Hey, what's going on, dudes? My name is TDC, and welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved here on the Pooping Evolved server. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic today. Thank you guys so much for all the support on last episode. I know I say it every episode, but thank you seriously so much. You guys really seem to enjoy this little watermill that we made last episode, and I'm glad that you guys did. I really like the way it came out. I added a couple of things here. I just put another fish up on the wall, and I put this barrel just kind of outside the house here. And sooner or later, oh, you know what? Do we have another ramp? I bet you we don't. I wanted to put some stairs in the front of that doorway, but we don't have the stuff for it. So let's see. Can we get enough here? Probably are going to need some fiber because we can change the ramps into stairs now. So let's see. Wood, ramp. Here we go. Let's make one of these things. Oh, check it out. I had some on me. Derp. Let's put this guy right here, and let's change this to stairs. How does that look? Let's pick this guy up. Pick up herb basket. Ooh, is that new? The little lines moving? I don't remember seeing that before. But yeah, that actually looks pretty cool. 7, and we can just put this guy right here. Yeah, not bad, man. I like that. We could probably do the same thing over here on this side, like so. Yeah, just some more smaller, finer detail. Not bad, man. Looks pretty cool. So today I have been thinking about what we can do, and I talked to Drax. I didn't want to get too far ahead of building. I know he's kind of wrapped up in all the roleplay stuff, and he's enjoying all that. So I didn't want to get too far ahead without his consent about building things around here. And I asked him. He said, "Go right ahead, go for it." And yeah, so we're gonna do some building. I know you guys have been wanting and asking for a stable, and I think that's what we're gonna try to tackle today, hopefully. And we may do like some sort of, I don't know if we're gonna do like a stable for horses, or if we're gonna do kind of more like a, I don't know, like I want to do something with the Phiomias. I want like a pig farm. So maybe we'll switch the pig farm up, and we'll do that another time, and today we can just focus on the stables since we actually do have quite a bit of horses over here. I still got these 3 here we need to do something with, and we can maybe tie it in with our horse, what did I call that? Corral, that we built a couple episodes ago. So I think that's what we're going to try to do today. Hopefully we can get it to come out right. I've never actually built a stable before, so it'll be a little interesting. But let me grab some stuff and we'll take a swing at it. Alright, so I'm thinking we'll probably do the stable somewhere right around here. It's a nice big open area, and I figure this will be big enough just to house a few like horses and stuff. I'm having a weird problem. There's no sound effects, so I don't know if that's like a map thing or what, but there's no sound like on the doors or anything. So if we come over here, normally you'd be able to hear that. I don't know what's going on. I can still hear this thing when I open that up, and I can hear like boxes and stuff like that, but I can't hear like anything in the world, which is really, really strange. Do animals still make a sound? Yeah, okay, so they still make their noises. I don't know what's going on. Something kind of strange. But I did adjust some of my recording settings, so I was having some weird issues where things were getting a little bit laggy. Not laggy, but I was getting like some FPS stutter, and it's still happening a little bit now, but it's not as bad. And the difference is I'm running everything on full epic now, which before I had a lot of stuff lowered kind of pretty low, like terrain shadows and normal shadows. I feel like those could probably be normal. We'll change this to high, and then we'll just try these. But ooh, no, I gotta put the shadows back up. I don't like that. But yeah, so my recording software was recording at a much higher bitrate than what I really needed it to. So once the video gets rendered and everything goes, processed and gets put on YouTube, it doesn't really make sense to record at that high of a bitrate. All it does is just kind of, it makes the game look really good while I'm playing it, but after it gets, uploaded to YouTube and stuff like that, it goes through so many different processes that it doesn't really make that much of a difference. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some more tweaking, but if you guys can tell a difference, leave a comment down below and let me know. And my other question to you guys is, let's put this all back on epic for a second, like so. What about motion blur? I kind of actually really like it, but I don't know if it's something. Well, it didn't activate here. What happened? What are we missing? Post-processing high. Do we have it now? Yeah, now we have it. I really like the motion blur, but I don't know if that's something that you guys really care for, and I don't know how it looks on YouTube. It might not look the greatest, so if you guys got a preference, make sure you let me know in the comments down below, because I am kind of curious to how things look on the YouTube end. Like, I think that they look okay. They don't look great, but if you guys if you think this makes it looks like a lot better, then let me know, because I can do some more adjusting and maybe see what all we can do. But yeah, enough of that. We'll get that kind of taken care of off camera, and we'll go from there. But I'm thinking for the stable, this probably is, well, I don't know if this is big enough. Like, you gotta fit horses in here, right? So let's just go grab a horse real quick and take a look. So we'll take you. You're the lucky winner, and you're not gonna be able to move because I got way too much stuff on me. How about you? Can you move? No. Oh no, I meant to be pumping your weight. Whoops. Alright, so you're not gonna be able to move either. Wanted to bring one over here so we could kind of get a scale of it. I'm thinking we probably need to come out this way just a little bit more. Let's try one more and see what that looks like. Maybe one more. I don't know. Like, I know this is going to be kind of a big build, but I want to make sure it actually fits. Yeah, so I think this is probably good here. If anything, we'll come one more back, but I don't really even think we need to do that. So, I think what I'm going to do right now, though, is I am actually going to start the foundations on this side and kind of work this way so the foundations are lower to the ground. Since I started over here, they're pretty tall, and I want this to be a little bit lower to the ground if I can make it. So, let me do that real quick, and I'll come back and show you. Okay, so here's what we got. It's a little bit lower to the ground. I probably could have got it a little bit lower if I just brought this over some more, but I think that that's probably tall enough or short enough. And I also extended this out one more row, so it's now, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wide and 7 long, or 8 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, so 6 by 8. So not bad. I think it's going to be enough room. Do I have, what do I have in my inventory right now? I wanted to make a dino gate. That's going to be kind of how you get into the place. Part of it's going to be open, and the other half is going to have to, you got to be able to get into it, right? So let's see. Do I have any dino gates in here? I feel like I don't. That is a behemoth. Yeah, so we're going to have to make a dinosaur gateway real quick, so that's fine. Let's see, that'll be under wood. Dinosaur. Yeah. Make these guys, and then once we get this place down, then I can actually start building the rest of the structure. What the crap, I had some. Why didn't you guys tell me? Where are the doors? That's a behemoth. Okay, so we need that one, and then this one. Okay. I think we're onto something here. We're figuring this game out slowly. This no sounds thing is kind of freaking me out. It's really, really bizarre not hearing doors when you walk into the game. So I put in some foundations, though I don't really know. I guess I didn't need them. I put in some wooden foundations down there in the bottom, but I think that'll be good right here, right? So if we put that in, it kind of clips in the bottom. Check it out, no sound. So weird. It's so weird. It just doesn't feel right. Very strange. But I think that's actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's try something else. Let's pull this guy up. If we move this in one like that, what will this look like? We still have plenty of room back here, but we can just do a little bit something different with the front here. Yeah, I kind of dig it. So we could pull these guys up. We don't need these here anymore. One more. There we go. And then now we just got to start laying down the walls. So I haven't quite decided whether or not I want to use wood walls or a bunch of stone walls. So we're just going to lay some out and see kind of what they look like. I'm afraid if we use... I'm not a fan of the wood walls, man. Not for big buildings like this. We could... A lot of people have been asking why I don't use more of the modded stuff. And the reason is, I mean, like, it looks really good. Like, I'll probably end up using some of these railings from the Settlers mod with this build here. But the problem is well, it's not really a problem. It's like I want to build things that you guys can build even without these mods. So that's kind of what I go for. And sometimes it works, and then, you know, sometimes it doesn't. Like, I like building with the modded stuff, but I also like building things that this game has in it, like, to begin with. So I don't know, it's just kind of one of those things where you just got to mess around with it and figure out what looks good and what's the best and everything like that. So yeah, this is gonna do, we're gonna need a little bit of work here. So I'm gonna figure out kind of a design for the walls throughout this whole building real quick, and then I'll come back and show you. Here's what I got so far. It's getting kind of dark, so hopefully you guys can see, but this is going to be the basic shape, and I think I'm actually going to take out this here, and we'll have some sort of like fenced off area back here where the dinos can go roam if they wanted to. We'll probably end up moving this pergola around. We don't want that there. I don't think. But this right here is actually going to be open to the front. We'll have some railings or something kind of from here, from this wall all the way around to here. So it'll be kind of like a long L. That way you can kind of see into the whole place and be able to see kind of what's going on. But I don't think I actually am a fan of these solid wooden walls. So I thought I was going to be after we had it all set up, but not really caring for it too much. So I think I'm going to do kind of a mixture of stone and wood. And then if you can see up here, I did some of these settlers handrails, and that was kind of tricky. I actually had to build them all the way up from the bottom to get them to hang from here like that. So... and I think the only reason they haven't fallen or haven't like gotten destroyed, goodness, is because I used the demo gun to get rid of the ones below it, and it still stayed attached up there. So I don't know. We'll have to do some more tinkering around and see. But I kind of like the I kind of like that, and we may end up doing, like, I'm thinking stone, wood wall, handrail, and then maybe another wood wall across the top. Just to kind of break up the texture a little bit, because if you look at here, I mean, on the outside, that's just gross. it doesn't look good. There's so many other options you can do to add more detail, and I think that's what we're going to try to do. So I'm going to work on this throughout the night, and then when it's daylight, we'll come back out and take a look. Alright, so here's what we got so far. I think it actually looks pretty awesome. If I do say so myself, I decided to go ahead and I'm wondering if we would rather have the gap up or below, so this would kind of go around like that. But the problem is, let's see if we can do this out real quick, or work this out. Put you there, put you here. So if I do, the problem is I don't remember. Oh, I remember how I did it. I had to build all the way up. That'd be a lot of work for just one little subtle piece. But I think I think I'm gonna like that better than having it there, because like if I put this back here, like, it looks cool when you're looking at it this way, but it doesn't fit that we have that one just kind of up more. So I think if we pulled this one up, it would be flush with that one all the way around, and we'd still have the kind of like the window gap around. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. That's going to be a lot of work for just a little tiny thing, but, you know, continuity, right? So I also made up some stone dinosaur gates instead of the wood ones. The problem with the stone ones is I like the wooden gates, but there's a gap. So you see, like, where the door is supposed to close, there's a gap on that side and on this side. So I'm wondering, I'm not a huge fan of this, just because I feel like it's a little too smooth looking, but I'm wondering if we can come back in later and paint it kind of like a more grungy color. So that's what we're going to try to do. And we'll take care of that here in just a little bit. But let's see if we can put you there, and then put you there. What does that look like from the inside? Yeah, so we can get rid of these stone. Oh no, we lost them all. That's fine. We can get rid of you. And that way everything, oh, maybe. There's still kind of a gap there. You see it? It's just barely noticeable. But I guess we'll do that. We'll keep it. Alright, well, let me work on this railing thing real quick, and then I think after that we can come back and actually start building some of the actual stables. Alright, so what do we think about this? I definitely like this a lot better. Like a lot better. So instead of just having the plain gap there, like we could do that if we wanted to, but I feel like it makes a little bit more sense to have the rails in there. So it's just like a little bit of added support and kind of breaks it up. So instead of having like windows, you got kind of this open vibe going on. Not 100% sure, but I think it looks better than just having that gap. So now we can actually start working on where everybody is parked. Now I've got some stuff cooking up in here. Let's see if it's done yet. Looks like it is. We want these guys, the thatch foundations, and then all of these. So we can drop off a bunch of this stuff that we're not going to need. Foundations. We'll hang on to the ramps. Oh, I had a bunch of rails on me already. That's why I couldn't find them, obviously. But that's fine. We'll go ahead and take those and we'll put those there. Stone walls, I guess we'll hang on to for just a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to need them or not, but might as well. So, my idea is that where everybody gets parked, we are going to have a thatch foundation. Now, the problem with this is it's open to the outside. So let's just see what this looks like real quick. Because, you know, most of the time you walk into like a stable or something like that, you see that the horses have like a bed of hay or something like that that they step on. So I don't really know. The other way around this is, let's see if we can actually get this to work. So let's grab some thatch from you. You're the lucky winner. There's some thatch. Let's grab a little bit of fiber. Let's make some thatch ceilings. That's the sloped ones. Let's make some of these. And we'll pull these down here. So, I'm hoping that this might work. I don't know if it will or not. But if we replace the foundation with the thatch ceiling, then we can run stone walls down. So if we do that there, and it actually pulls that up off the ground a little bit too, which I like. So if we put that there, you can't really see it from the outside, but then if we take our stone walls, which I thought we weren't going to need, we'll run it down like this, then it kind of covers up the outside, so it's not just an open hole and we don't see the actual thatch foundation. But the problem is now we have this, and I'm afraid that our dinos are going to walk through it. So let's see, can we put, let's put this on first and then put a stone foundation underneath it. Yeah, that work? Oh, we can actually snap these to the stone foundation. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so we don't even need the walls on the outside. Oh, that's cool. I did not know you could do that. Well, now, okay, it actually doesn't get rid of the foundation underneath. Sweet. Alright, well, let's go grab a horse. Hopefully I can ride enough. Probably not. My weight meter is like almost full. So let's drop off some stuff that we're not going to need now. So we definitely don't need the stone walls. Pillars we're done with for now. Those, railings, door frames, wooden pillars. I think we'll drop off half of those and I think we should be okay. So let's grab you. Can we ride with you yet? No, still too heavy. What about you? Oh, just barely. Just barely. Let's pump weight a little bit more. Okay, do your little happy dance. Can we go? Nope. Okay, so we're gonna tell you to follow. Are you following? Whistles? You can't hear whistles? That's part of this thing that's broken? Makes sense, ARK. Appreciate it. Alright, so you come in here. Alright. I'm gonna tell you to chill. Why? Why you no chill? What? Ride? No. Just stay. What is going on? Stop. Okay, well, something is borked. I don't really understand what's going on here. Why? We had this problem when we tamed him. Stop. Stop. He's not stopping. Guys, he's not stopping. Help. Help. I don't know what to do. Let me try to figure this out real quick. Alright, I got it. I got it. So let's see. We're probably going to want 2 foundations for this because I feel like it's a little small if we do these guys like so. So what I'm thinking is we'll run 2 layers of these thatch roofs around like so. Maybe. I don't know. That seems a little like a lot. What do you look like head on? Are you hanging off like a lot? But you still get kind of like, it's like they're wobbly when they stand on the thatch stuff. If they stand on the stone stuff, that's not the case. But it's just the thatch. And I don't know why. They haven't fixed that yet. So now he's a stable horse. Like stable horse. And once we put him on the thatch, it just doesn't work. I don't know. Okay, so if we just get rid of the thatch ceiling and put in some rails, what does this look like? And I guess it's not bad, huh? It makes sense to have them kind of parked like this. I don't want your head poking through the wall. That's just uncomfortable for everybody. Yeah. So I think if we just do that and then we take some more of these rails, whoops, and we just kind of like line up a few stalls like so, I think it actually should be okay. Let's do you. So that'll give us a total of, I guess we could park one over here too. So that'd be what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I guess we could do another one here. So 6. Oh, dang it. No! What was that? Wooden wall. Let's put you back. There we go. Alright, so I lost count. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be 7. I don't even. Okay. 7. And then 8. 9? 9 total? I mean, I feel like that's pretty good for a stable. You know what, we could probably, we're gonna need some sort of storage too, like for saddles and everything else, right? So I guess as far as like storage goes, we'll just use the small storage boxes, and we'll just kind of place them about like right here. Maybe build these out like so. We'll do something like a little stack of boxes. And then I actually want to go check out, I think I had seen in somebody's video, I'm not sure whose it was, but apparently there's a small box. So if we look in here, do I have it learned? Small storage chest. Masonry table. Okay, so that's not what we're looking for. Where's my mouse? Uh-oh. There it is. Why do you keep going away? Get out of there. I don't know. There's some weird stuff happening in this game right now. Box. There's those. Metal storage box. That just takes cementing paste and everything else. I think we'll probably just stick to the normal storage boxes here, and we'll kind of just set up a few of them around the area, right? So I've also got to thinking about the roof, and I kind of like the fact that it's open. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's kind of, I guess it's in a stable to protect it from the weather, right? So I don't know if it's like better, because we got like a little bit of overhang, so it protects him from the rain and everything else, right? Like they're standing here. But I don't know. If I feel like if I close this off, it's just gonna be really kind of dark, and it's gonna feel kind of cramped in here. But I don't know. I guess maybe we'll try it both ways and see. Okay, so I want to try something with those stable hands here in just a little bit, but I want to put a smithy down here, because if this is a stable, we're going to be making things like horseshoes and everything else, right? So saddles and all that kind of good stuff. So let's try putting some of this stuff down just to see how things look, just to kind of decorate the place out just a little bit more, and I feel like that's okay. What else do we got? We got some benches, we got some feeding troughs, which I want to put in here as well. Maybe we could put a feeding trough right here, because I really don't think we're going to have like a lot of horses in here. So if we put that right there, everybody should be getting fed if that has food in it, I think. Yeah, not bad. What else? What else do we got? I wanted to try putting pillars on here, but I feel like they're just too big. I really wish there was like a skinnier sort of pillar. The only reason I want to do this is because these rails and stuff like that, it just looks weird when they're kind of stacked on top of each other. Now the other option would be to get rid of the top one, which I guess we could do. That actually doesn't look that bad. So if we pull all these off, let's just take a look and see. Over here, there, and I just don't want to destroy anything that's behind everything. Put that there. Yeah, so I mean that's not bad. They're just so short. Like I wish they were a little bit taller, I suppose, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. But yeah, so I think that actually looks pretty good. Next thing would be lighting. We're gonna need some torches and stuff on the inside, and then there's actually something from one of the mods that I want to try to take a look at and see how that looks. So I guess I am going to spend another nighttime crafting, and we'll come back and hopefully everything will be done by then. Alright, so just real quick, I wanted to give you guys a little look-see about how the lighting works over here. And it's okay, I'll probably end up putting a few more torches somewhere. The problem is with the torches, they're just so bright. But yeah, so I've been playing around with these flags here, and I think these actually look really cool. But I also saw that there was an Equus war flag thing, and this is a little bit more morbid than I would like to have in the front of our stable here. You know, it's a nice peaceful village. This one has like handcuffs and it's got a skull and stuff on the top, so maybe I don't know if that's really gonna work. But I would really like to get into some of the paintings and like actual doing custom painting stuff. But the problem is I can't draw, man. So I know that you can use like that painting program or whatever it is, and as long as you have all the dyes, you can just like load the image on. So that's something to think about, but I don't have the ability to draw and do stuff like that, so I don't really know how we could make that work. But I also had these things here. I wanted to see. That's cool and all, but I wish it would like fall. I don't really know if it's like, you know, it's just blowing in the wind constantly. It's not a bad deal. It's like if we had it right there, but it's just weird that it doesn't fall down. Like it can't be that windy all the time. Or can it? I don't know. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this build. I will mess a little bit with the roof, and if you've got a preference one way or the other, make sure you leave it in a comment down below and let me know. But I think for the most part, I kind of like what we have here. It's it's a little bit different than some of the houses. It's kind of more barn-esque, but it's a little boxy. So I don't know, it's just different. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know if you like it or hate it or whatever, you know, in between. I guess one thing we can do here real quick, let's go ahead and drop off all these flags. We'll leave these in here. We'll leave a couple of torches in here just in case we decide to come back and do them, and more than likely I'll forget that they're here and they'll just stay there for the rest of the series. But let's go ahead and pull the rest of these horses over there now that we can actually move with them. Oh, come on, guy. Thank you. And we'll get them parked up over here in the stable and just kind of see what it looks like. So let's see, we'll just kind of trot our way in there. Yeah, it works. Alright, so we'll park this guy over here on the side. Slowly but surely, we'll get in there someday. Alright, so there's that one. Looks good. And we got one more. We've got the two over by the campsite. I'll probably leave those guys there for at least the time being. We may move them over a little bit later on. But for now, we'll just get these guys out of the front of my house so I don't have to listen to them all the time. Oh, I think we have noises back. No, we don't. I lied. Then I also put up this sword and shield thing. I think that actually looks kind of cool. I was wondering if they had like a big horseshoe or something to hang up, and maybe there is somewhere, but I couldn't see any in the little modded tables that I was looking at, so I'll have to keep an eye out and see if there's something cool. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's build. I don't know, I had a blast with this one, man. I think this looks awesome. I really like the little triangle flags. Those look cool. Everything else, the war sign, not so much. That's a little bit more intense than it was intended for, but I don't know. But anyways, dudes, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button for me down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out all my social media links, man. Down in the description below is a link to my Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and everything else that I have available for you guys to go check out. So make sure you do that, and I will see you guys next time. All right, thanks so much for watching. Peace.